Welcome back. I did not get a chance to do an intro video this time, so I'll do a voiceover instead. If this is your first time watching, welcome. I'm glad you clicked the video. If you are a returning viewer, thank you so much for returning. We greatly appreciate it. For this portion of the Tour de Fleece, I chose to spin off the July Fiber of the Month Club box from Paradise Fibers. This fiber is 75% red Shetland wool and 25% shimmering gold mulberry silk. And there is also a 75% blue Shetland wool and 25% natural white Erie silk, which you'll see later in the video. This is what's been taking up a lot of my spinning time. I am just fascinated by my new friend Tyrion, and I finally got some video of his tank mate. This is Murphy the snail, busy at work cleaning the glass of the tank. He is just so cool to watch. They're both amazing. One of the most important things about Tour de France and Tour de Fleece is keeping properly hydrated and proper nutrition. So I thought I would share with you one of my family's favorite recipes. This is sweet potatoes and red onion with just a little bit of olive oil and salt and pepper. I use a kosher salt because it's a nice texture. I like the large granules and the flavor is amazing. After giving everything a proper toss together, I just put it on a pan with some parchment paper, level it out, and toss it in the oven at about 450 degrees for 15 to 20 minutes. The potatoes come out nice and kind of crunchy on the outside but tender on the inside, and it's just so yummy. The other side with dinner for this night was spinach, and I like making it from fresh spinach. The canned is good in a pinch, but I really like it fresh, so I just removed the stems from a couple of packages of spinach. And after that's all done, anything left over that we're not going to eat, I toss back in the package and we feed it to the deer. A little olive oil and butter in a frying pan is all you need to make sure to wilt down that spinach really nice and add a little flavor. I put about half of the spinach in the pan and a little salt and pepper, and then after that's cooked down so it's a little bit soft, I'll add the other half of the spinach. Once that's nice and wilted down so it kind of looks like what's in a can, it's ready to go. Add a nice protein, and what an amazing dinner. We finally got some dry weather and I was able to get the yarn washed. I was also able to get some of the weed whacking done, but not a lot. It was so hot. This area in front of the deck was so dense, the weed whacker just wasn't going to do it. I'm going to have to attack it by hand. Good morning. It is about 10:30 on the day before the last stage of the Tour de France, and tomorrow it will be the final stage and the first stage of the Tour de France de Femme. I've gotten just a wee bit of spinning done, and I hope you enjoyed the video of that portion of my spin. The plan for today is to finish up the Paradise Fibers Fiber of the Month Club box for the month of July. There's one more bundle of fiber to complete on that, and then that box will be done and I'll be able to start on Casey's fiber. I'm so excited to work with that. I've had it hanging in the office, and so every day as I'm working I smell the sheepy fumes and it's lovely. But I also did get all of the yarn washed from the first part of the stage, so all of the Hogwarts House inspired yarns have been properly washed. I am a little bit concerned about using these in the tessellated vest because when I washed them there was quite a lot of color bleed. I dyed this fiber when I didn't know what I didn't know. So I more than likely didn't give it either a proper wash or a proper set of the color. So I am a little bit concerned about that, but I think with a couple of color catchers and some vinegar in the water hopefully has cured that, and I will make sure to use color catchers when I block the vest as well. Most excitedly, I did get the camel fiber finished, and it is so lovely and squishy. I love it. After the wash, it actually got softer. So those are all washed, and now they'll be ready to run through the meter machine, the meter reader, to see how many meters or yards I have of that yarn. The last thing I have to do again is the Fiber of the Month Club box. I got the first one finished, gonna apply that. Hopefully today I'm going to finish spinning the other part of that fiber, the blue fiber. It is a Shetland and silk blend, both of them, and it is absolutely lovely to spin. It was a little bit of a challenge because the Shetland is very grippy, and of course the silk is very very smooth, so the silk kind of drafts much quicker than the Shetland does, but it's very well blended together. There were only a few sections of the fiber that I got like big pieces of silk, so that kind of slipped through the drafting zone a little quicker, but it was very easy to manage. It was a lovely fiber to spin. I can't wait to see what the yarn comes out to be. I tried to do it a little bit thicker. I want a good plump DK yarn for a scarf project that I'm going to do, and the scarf project uses the Paradise Fibers and then a white yarn, and they suggest a Malabrigo, I can't remember what kind. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the fiber I'm going to spin of Casey's and combine with that. I think it will be really nice. One of the, or two, I've got two braids that I think are BFL and the other are Shetland. So the two braids that are Shetland, I think that's what I'm going to use. If I can get it the same reps per inch as what I'm doing with the Fiber of the Month Club box fiber, then I'll be able to pair the two and make this lovely scarf with beads. So that's the plan. Today we'll finish up the box fiber. Tomorrow I will finish up Casey's fiber and hopefully be able to ply all three of those tomorrow. And then I'll be able to put everything through the meterage and find out how much I have for final tally for this portion of the Tour de Fleece. And then we'll begin the women's portion, which I think I will probably do the other two braids of Casey's, and hopefully I'll be able to get in some more Paradise Fibers or that autumnal braid. Let me know in the comments below which I should do. Should I do more boxes, or should I do that burgundy brown autumnal amazing braid? Not that the Paradise Fibers isn't amazing too, but that braid is just calling me. So let me know what you want to see. Right now I got the overalls on, I'm gonna throw on some gloves, and I'm gonna go take care of the jungle. So I hope you enjoy this little time-lapse video of me struggling with a weed whacker. Bye! this is going to take a lot more work than I expected. There is a lot of these reedy bits that I have to pull up by hand, and then there are low spots where I'm putting these reeds to step on where they filled up with water. They're spots where there used to be large rocks that were pulled up, so it's definitely challenging. I know that this would probably be an easier project with a scythe or a sickle rather than the weed whacker, but I am not very steady on my feet, and as uneven as the terrain is, I don't want to have a bladed instrument in my hand in the event that I do fall. So the weed whacker is working great for me. I'm able to locate those low spots pretty well and hopefully save myself from a tumble. It started to rain, so I decided to throw some brush over one of the deeper holes so I could locate it later and then call it a day and start doing some spinning.